My mom invited my ex to our family dinner, so I brought a surprise guest too. I should have known something was off when my mom called me 3 times in one day about Sunday dinner. She never calls 3 times unless someone died or she's plotting something. This time, it was definitely plotting. Sweetheart, just confirm you're coming this Sunday, okay? 6 o'clock sharp. Don't be late. Her voice had that sugary quality that always preceded disaster. Mom, I've come to Sunday dinner every week for the past 5 years. Why are you being weird? I'm not being weird. Can a mother want to confirm plans with her daughter? That should have been my first red flag. The second came when my sister Maya texted me Friday night. Whatever happened Sunday, I had nothing to do with it. I voted against this. I called her immediately. What did Mom do? I can't tell you. She made me promise. But maybe you should bring someone with you. Like, emotional support. Maya, what the hell? I've said too much.
See you Sunday.
Wear something nice. By Saturday, I was convinced someone was dying. I stress-baked 3 dozen cookies and barely slept. Sunday morning, I put on my favorite burgundy dress, the one that said, I'm put together even though I'm screaming internally, and headed to my childhood home in the suburbs. I pulled into the driveway at 5:55 p.m., fashionably early as always. My dad's SUV was there, Maya's sedan, my brother Josh's truck, and, wait, that silver Honda Civic looked familiar. Too familiar. My stomach dropped.
No.
She wouldn't. I practically ran to the front door, threw it open without knocking, and there he was, sitting on our living room couch like he had every right to be there. Brandon, my ex-boyfriend of 3 years who I'd caught cheating on me 8 months ago with his CrossFit instructor. What is he doing here? I shrieked, pointing at him like he was a particularly large spider I needed someone else to kill. My mother emerged from the kitchen, wearing her best pearls and her most innocent smile. Darling, you're here. Brandon came for dinner. Isn't that lovely? 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 Mom, are you having a stroke? Should I call 911? Brandon stood up, looking awkward in khakis and a button-down, his hands clasped like he was at a funeral. Hey, Jen. You look great. Don't you dare compliment me right now. I hissed. I turned to my mother. Explanation.
Now.
Well, Mom said, smoothing her apron. Brandon called me last week. He wanted to apologize for everything that happened. He's been going to therapy, working on himself. He misses you terribly. I thought it would be nice. Nice? You thought ambushing me with a man who cheated on me would be nice. My dad appeared from his study, newspaper in hand. I told her this was a bad idea, he announced to no one in particular. You knew. I rounded on him. He shrugged. I was outvoted. Democracy's dead, honey. Maya poked her head out from the kitchen. I also voted against this, for the record. Josh arrived at that moment with his wife, Sarah. They took one look at the scene, me standing in the doorway breathing fire, Brandon looking like he wanted the earth to swallow him, Mom clutching her pearls, and Josh immediately turned around. Nope. We're leaving. Joshua Michael Chin, you sit down right now. Mom commanded. Dinner is ready. Mom, I said, my voice dangerously calm. I am not having dinner with Brandon. Just hear him out, sweetie. He's changed. People deserve second chances. He cheated on me. In our apartment. On our couch. I came home early from that work conference and found them. I stopped, my face burning. You know what? I'm leaving. Jennifer Marie Chen, if you walk out that door, you're being childish. That did it. Being called childish was my mother's nuclear option and she knew it.
Fine.
She wanted to play games? I could play games. Okay, I said sweetly. I'll stay for dinner. But I'm bringing a guest too. Mom blinked.
What? Who? You'll see.
I'll be back in 20 minutes. Don't eat without me. I stormed out to my car, my hands shaking with rage and adrenaline. Who could I bring? I scrolled through my phone contacts frantically. My best friend Melissa was in Hawaii. My other friend Tom was working a shift at the hospital. I needed someone who would make an impact, someone who would. My eyes landed on a name, and I started laughing. Hysterically. It was perfect. It was insane. It was absolutely, definitely going to give my mother a heart attack. I pressed call. Hey, Jen. What's up? Dante, are you busy right now? Just meal prepping. Why? How would you feel about coming to my family dinner and pretending to be my boyfriend? There was a long pause. Is this about your mom inviting your ex? I froze. How did you know about that? Your sister posted a very cryptic Instagram story that said, RIP to my sister's sanity, Sunday 6 p.m. I figured something was up. Plus, you only call me by my full name when you're stressed. Dante Garcia was my coworker, my friend, and, according to my mother, completely unsuitable dating material. Not because there was anything wrong with him. Dante was smart, funny, and genuinely kind. He was also a tattoo artist on weekends, rode a motorcycle, had more piercings than my mother had pearl necklaces, and most importantly, had bright purple hair. My very traditional, very conservative mother had met him exactly once at my office holiday party and had spent the next 3 months asking if I was being safe around that boy. So, Dante said, his voice warm with amusement, you want me to come to dinner, be outrageously myself, and watch your mom's face implode?
Yes.
Please. I'm desperate. I'm in.
Text me the address.
Give me 15 minutes. Exactly 19 minutes later, I walked back through the front door, with Dante right behind me. He'd gone all out. Leather jacket, ripped black jeans, combat boots. His purple hair was styled into an artful mess, and he'd added an extra earring for the occasion. He looked like every suburban mother's nightmare. Everyone, I announced loudly, this is Dante, my boyfriend. The room went silent. Maya dropped her wine glass. Josh started choking on nothing. My dad's newspaper crumpled in his hands. Brandon's face went pale, then red, then an interesting shade of purple. But my mother? My mother looked like I'd just told her I was joining a motorcycle gang and moving to Vegas. Your boyfriend, she whispered. That's right, Mrs. Chen. Great to see you again. Dante extended his hand, his rings glinting in the light. Thanks so much for having me. Jen's told me so much about these Sunday dinners. Mom shook his hand like it might bite her. Jennifer, can I speak with you in the kitchen? Dinner first, Mom. You said it was ready, right? We all moved to the dining room in a daze. The table was set beautifully, as always. Mom had made her famous honey-glazed ham, roasted vegetables, mashed potatoes, and fresh rolls. Under any other circumstances, my mouth would be watering. I sat down and pulled Dante into the chair next to me. Brandon was across from us, looking like he wanted to disappear. Maya was barely containing her laughter. Josh looked confused but entertained. Sarah was filming the whole thing on her phone. Sarah, put that away, Mom hissed. This is going in the family vault, Sarah whispered back. This is better than the time Josh accidentally set the garage on fire. Dad cleared his throat. Should I say grace? Please, Mom said weakly. We bowed our heads. Dad kept it short and sweet, probably sensing that divine intervention was the only thing getting us through this meal intact. So, Dante, Mom began, her voice strained as she passed the potatoes. What do you do for a living? I work in cybersecurity with Jen during the week, but on weekends, I'm a tattoo artist. Actually, Mrs. Chen, if you ever want some ink, I'd give you the family discount. Maya snorted wine out of her nose. Josh started coughing again. Mom looked faint. Mom has a strict no tattoo policy, I said innocently. She thinks they're unprofessional. That's too bad, Dante said, cutting into his ham. Some of my best clients are lawyers and doctors. I did a beautiful cherry blossom piece on a federal judge last month. Brandon, desperate to insert himself into the conversation, leaned forward. So you and Jen are serious? Very serious, Dante said, putting his arm around my shoulders. Jen's amazing. Smartest person I know. Beautiful, funny, doesn't cheat on me. That's a big plus. I loved him. I was going to buy him a car. Brandon's face went red. Look about that. Brandon was just about to leave, weren't you, Brandon? I said sweetly. Actually, Mom interjected. Brandon wanted to say something to you, Jennifer. That's why he's here. Brandon stood up, wringing his hands. Jen, I messed up. I know that. I've been going to therapy like your mom said. I realize now that I had commitment issues and I was scared of how serious things were getting with us, and I sabotaged the relationship because you were a coward who couldn't keep it in his pants. I suggested. I deserve that, Brandon said. But I've changed. I want another chance. I want us to try again. The audacity. The sheer, breathtaking audacity of this man, standing in my parents' dining room, asking me to take him back while my fake boyfriend sat next to me eating ham. Let me make sure I understand, I said slowly. You cheated on me, broke my heart, ghosted me for 8 months, and now you show up at my family dinner, uninvited, by the way, at least by me, to ask for another chance. When you put it like that. Is there another way to put it? Mom jumped in. Jennifer, everyone makes mistakes. Brandon has been working on himself. Don't you think? Mom. I stood up. I need to talk to you. Kitchen. Now. Mom followed me, wringing her hands. The moment we were alone, I turned on her. What were you thinking? I was thinking about your happiness. You've been so sad since the breakup. Brandon is a good boy from a good family. He has a stable job, a nice car. He cheated on me, Mom. People make mistakes. Your father and I went through rough patches. Did Dad cheat on you? Well, no, but then it's not the same thing. I took a deep breath, trying to calm down. Mom, I know you want me to be happy. I know you worry about me. But ambushing me with my ex isn't the way to help. It's manipulative, and it's cruel, and honestly, it makes me not want to come to Sunday dinner anymore. Her face crumpled. You don't mean that. I do. I've been coming every single week for 5 years, even when I'm tired or busy or would rather be